until he saw his ex-wife from their divorce 6 years ago had married another man, and even had an adorable daughter. The emperor's heart was instantly torn apart, unable to calm down, remembering how the woman would rather die than leave back then. Now that he had ascended to the throne, he was determined to make her regret her decision. It turned out 6 years ago they were once a loving couple, but the woman accidentally saw him sleeping with a scheming woman. So heartbroken, she obtained divorce papers from the Empress Dowager, but the man threatened her relatives in public to keep her from leaving. However, his wife threatened to end her own life. The man had no choice but to let them go in anguish. Until the very end, the man never understood why she left him. Little did he know this was all the scheming woman's plot. The truth was, nothing happened between them that night. The scheming woman just needed to find a royal father for the child in her belly. After the woman returned home, she discovered she was pregnant with the man's child. When her father found out, he heartlessly threw her out. At that moment, her late cousin's husband appeared, saying he had promised his wife to take care of her. If the woman was willing, he would marry her, to give her unborn child a legitimate status. The woman could only agree. After marriage, the two always respected each other and never crossed the line, thinking they could live peacefully from then on. Until 6 years later, the man ascended the throne as emperor. Her mother-in-law sent divorce papers forcing her to leave, simply because her status as the emperor's ex-wife could easily implicate the family. So the woman helplessly left with her child. But all of this was witnessed by the emperor. He thought he could reunite with the woman in a few days. Who knew at that moment her husband stopped the carriage, then tore the divorce papers to shreds, saying all of this was his mother's unauthorized decision. Afterward, the husband brought her back home. The emperor's plan fell through, but he had no intention of giving up. That very night, he issued an edict summoning the woman's husband to work in the capital. With no choice, they had to take their child to the capital. But as soon as they arrived in the capital, the woman was summoned by the Empress Dowager. The Empress Dowager immediately asked if she regretted the divorce. It turned out after the emperor ascended the throne, the Empress Dowager's family lost power, wanting to use the woman's past relationship with the emperor to stabilize their position. But the woman remembered the emperor's betrayal back then, firmly answered she had no regrets, then turned and left. But just as she was leaving the palace, she unexpectedly ran into the emperor. Meeting again, their statuses were already worlds apart. The eunuch saw the emperor had no pleasant expression toward the woman, assuming he no longer had feelings for her, so he punished the woman to kneel and not allowed to rise. When the emperor returned to the palace and learned of this, he was furious, immediately executed the eunuch. The husband saw the woman hadn't returned for a long time, so he entered the palace to bring her back. Who would have thought this scene was witnessed by the emperor? So the emperor, burned with jealousy, immediately ordered the woman's child be brought into the palace, under the pretense of accompanying the princess in her studies. The woman knew the emperor had ulterior motives, but for her child's sake she could only enter the palace again, kneeling and begging the emperor to withdraw the order. But the emperor insisted he would not withdraw the order, so the woman could only beg the emperor again and again to let her go. But at this moment, the emperor suddenly pulled her up and questioned her whether she had fallen out of love back then. The woman firmly denied it, but the emperor didn't believe her. After all, less than 2 months after the divorce, the woman gave birth to a child, and the woman, to avoid exposing the child's true identity, lied that the child was born prematurely. The emperor didn't get the answer he wanted, angrily stated the reading companion order would absolutely not be changed. Just at this moment, the woman was about to confess to the emperor about her daughter's true identity, but at this time, the scheming woman appeared behind her.